From chocolate chip cookies to chips, some of our favorite snacks and treats have a surprising history. You won't believe how these delicious creations came to be. So sit back, grab a snack, and join us as we explore the stories behind these accidental culinary creations. Whether you're a food lover or just curious about the origins of your favorite foods, this video is for you. So let's get started. Chocolate chip cookies. The chocolate chip cookie is a classic treat that is loved by millions around the world. But did you know that it was actually invented by accident? In the 1930s, Ruth Wakefield, a cook and innkeeper in Massachusetts, was trying to make a batch of her famous butter cookies when she ran out of baker's chocolate. She substituted broken pieces of a Nestle chocolate bar, expecting the chocolate to melt and mix with the dough. However, the chocolate pieces remained intact, creating the now iconic chocolate chip cookie. Wakefield and her husband, who owned the Toll House Inn, started serving these new cookies to their guests, and they quickly became a hit. Nestle heard about the popularity of the cookies and approached Wakefield to use her recipe on their packaging in exchange for a lifetime supply of chocolate. The chocolate chip cookie quickly spread in popularity, and Wakefield's recipe became a staple in American households. Today, chocolate chip cookies are one of the most popular and beloved treats in the world, and it's all thanks to one woman's accidental invention. 9. Chimichanga. This delicious Mexican dish has a story that is steeped in legend and mystery. Some say that the chimichanga was first created in the early 1900s by a woman named Monica Flynn, who owned a small Mexican restaurant in Tucson, Arizona. According to the story, Monica accidentally dropped a burrito into the deep fryer, and rather than let it go to waste, she decided to try it out and was pleasantly surprised by the delicious result. The crispy, fried exterior and warm, flavorful filling quickly became a hit with her customers. Others claim that the chimichanga was first created by a group of Mexican cowboys, or vaqueros, who were looking for a quick and easy way to feed themselves while on the range. They would fry up a simple burrito-like dish, which they named the chimichanga, which literally means thingamajig in Spanish. Regardless of its origin, the chimichanga has become a beloved dish in Mexican cuisine and is now enjoyed all over the world. It typically consists of a flour tortilla filled with a variety of ingredients such as beef, chicken, or beans, and then deep fried until crispy and golden brown. The chimichanga is often served with a variety of toppings such as cheese, guacamole, salsa, and sour cream. 8. Dippin Dots. Dippin Dots are a frozen treat that have been around since 1988 and have become a beloved favorite among ice cream lovers. The unique frozen beads of ice cream were invented by microbiologist Kurt Jones, who initially set out to find an easier way to feed cows. During his experiments, Jones used liquid nitrogen to freeze cow feed, which resulted in small beads. One day, when Jones was making ice cream with his neighbor, he decided to try freezing the ice cream in a similar way. To his surprise, the resulting beads turned out to be a delicious treat. The rest is history, as Dippin Dots has since become a popular ice cream alternative. The invention of Dippin Dots is a perfect example of how sometimes the most delicious creations come out of unexpected experiments. So next time you're enjoying a cup of Dippin Dots, remember the cow feed that started it all. 7. The sandwich. The sandwich, a beloved staple in many of our daily diets, is a versatile and convenient meal that can be enjoyed at any time of the day. Whether it be a classic ham and cheese, a hearty grilled cheese, or a BLT, the options are endless. But did you know that the sandwich wasn't always around? In fact, the sandwich as we know it today was invented by accident in the 1700s by none other than John Montague, the 4th Earl of Sandwich. The story goes that the Earl was an avid gambler and would often spend hours at a time playing cards. On one particular occasion, he was so engaged in a game that he refused to get up from his seat, even when hunger struck. Rather than interrupting his game, he asked that his meat be placed between two pieces of bread, creating the first ever sandwich. This convenient meal soon caught on and became a popular option for busy people on the go. Today, the sandwich has become an integral part of our daily lives, and we have John Montague to thank for its invention. 6. Popsicles. Popsicles are a beloved frozen treat that are often associated with the hot summer months. The idea of a frozen snack on a stick is now a staple in many households, but it all started with an accident. In 1905, Frank Epperson was experimenting with making lemonade soda on his porch when he accidentally left the mixture out overnight. The following day, he discovered that the liquid had frozen and the stirring stick was stuck upright in the frozen mixture. Epperson realized that he had accidentally created something special, and in a few years, he patented the now famous dessert. Today, popsicles come in a wide variety of flavors and are enjoyed by people of all ages. The delicious treat is a testament to the fact that sometimes the best things in life are discovered by accident. 5. Slurpees. In the late 1950s, Dairy Queen owner Omar Nedilk found himself with a broken soda machine. In an effort to come up with a solution, he decided to put a few bottles of soda in the freezer. To his surprise, the result was a delicious frozen slushy-like drink that quickly caught the attention of his customers. People began specifically asking for that frozen drink, and Nedilk knew he had something special on his hands. Determined to perfect the recipe and bring it to a larger audience, Nedilk eventually built his own machine that could combine and freeze a flavor mix, water, and carbon dioxide. The frozen treat is now known as a Slurpee we've all grown to love. 4. Toasted ravioli. Ravioli is a type of dumpling that is typically served as a pasta dish. However, in the city of St. Louis, there's a unique variant of ravioli called toasted ravioli. This dish is typically served as an appetizer and is deep fried to give it a crispy texture. The origins of toasted ravioli can be attributed to two different restaurants in St. Louis. One restaurant claims that the dish was created by accident when one of their cooks accidentally dropped some ravioli into a fryer. To save the order, the cook added Parmesan cheese to the ravioli, creating the first toasted ravioli. The other restaurant claims that an untrained cook mistook hot oil for boiling water and ended up deep frying the ravioli, resulting in the creation of toasted ravioli. Regardless of its origins, toasted ravioli has become a staple in St. Louis cuisine and a must-try for anyone visiting the city. 3. Tofu. Tofu is a food that has been around for over 2,000 years, despite its reputation for being bland and tough. There are many different ways to prepare tofu, and some of these dishes can be quite delicious. Despite its long history, many people are under the impression that tofu is a relatively new food. This is likely due to its lack of popularity in the Western world. There are two different origin stories for tofu, both of which involve it being discovered by accident. The first story suggests that a cook accidentally dropped some nigari into a pot that already had milk and soybeans in it. The second story states that tofu was created after some boiled soybeans were accidentally mixed with impure sea salt, which caused the soybeans to gel. While tofu may not be everyone's cup of tea, it is a versatile and nutritious food that has been enjoyed for centuries. With the right preparation, it can be delicious, satisfying, and an excellent source of protein. Whether you're a vegan or just looking to add more plant-based options to your diet, tofu is worth trying. 2. Worcestershire Sauce. Worcestershire sauce is a staple in American households and can be found in nearly every refrigerator. But where did this beloved condiment come from? The story begins in 1835, when Lord Sandys returned to England after governing Bengal, India. Lord Sandys was known to be a lover of Indian cuisine, and he found himself missing one particular sauce that he had become fond of while in India. He set out to find a way to replicate the sauce and enlisted the help of John Lee and William Perrins, two local drugstore owners. The two men set to work on recreating the sauce for Lord Sandys, with the intention of selling any excess to their customers. However, the process of creating the sauce proved to be quite pungent, and the smell was so overwhelming that Lee and Perrins decided to put the sauce in the cellar and forget about it for a couple of years. When they rediscovered the sauce a couple of years later, they found it had aged beautifully, and it had developed a unique, rich flavor. Customers were immediately drawn to the sauce, and it quickly became a hot-ticket item. Lee and Perrins decided to start bottling and selling the sauce to the public, and the rest, as they say, is history. Today, Worcestershire sauce is a household name and a popular condiment used in many different cuisines. It's hard to imagine a world without Worcestershire sauce, and all of this is thanks to Lord Sandys' longing for his favorite Indian sauce, and the persistence of John Lee and William Perrins to recreate it. 1. Potato chips. The origin of the potato chip can be traced back to the late 19th century in Saratoga Springs, New York. According to legend, a chief at the Moon's Lake House restaurant, George Crumb, was frustrated with a customer who kept sending his french fries back to the kitchen, complaining that they were not crisp enough. In a fit of anger, Crumb decided to slice the potatoes extra thin and fry them until they were extra crispy. To his surprise, the customer loved them, and soon they became a popular item on the menu. The potato chip quickly spread in popularity throughout the United States, and by the early 20th century, it had become a popular snack nationwide. Today, potato chips are a staple in American culture and can be found in a variety of flavors and packaging. It's hard to imagine a party, a picnic, or even a movie night without this crispy, salty treat. It's fascinating to see how some of our most beloved foods were invented by accident. From Slurpees to Worcestershire Sauce, these foods have become staples in our diets and continue to be enjoyed by people all over the world. It just goes to show that sometimes the greatest discoveries are made when we least expect it. Which of these are your favorite that you can't live without? Let us know in the comments, then check out this next top 10 video.